Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. There is a rumour going about, quite a strong rumour, that Terence Crawford could fight Israil Madrimov in Los Angeles in August, possibly August the 3rd. And who will this be funded by? Can you guess? None other than the excellent Turkey himself, Turki Alalshikh. Yes, and promoted by one of his latest bosom buddies, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, DAZN. So it seems that the excellent Turkey is spreading his feathers out into other territories. There's already been, more than just a strong rumour about a Wembley event later this year. So Turki Alalshikh, I gotta like this guy. I mean, his enthusiasm for boxing. And whenever you see him interviewed, he seems to genuinely, passionately love boxing. And if you passionately love boxing, you're okay by me. So Crawford, I mean, there was a talk, of course, of Crawford activating his WBO right, is that the word? To take on the WBO super-welterweight champ, who at the moment is Sebastian Fundora, but there was talk about Fundora. Well, Fundora is going to rematch Tim Tszyu, apparently. There was talk about the WBO stripping Fundora, and then Bud fighting for the vacant WBO title. In actual fact, it looks like they might go down a different route, which is Israil Madrimov. Now, Madrimov, for those that don't know, he's from Uzbekistan, Orthodox fighter, 29 years of age. He won the vacant WBA title against Magomed Kubranov, stopped him in 5 rounds, and that was recently. That was only March, and he looked good doing it. Kubranov, Russian fighter, was sort of flattered to deceive a little bit. Got that very dodgy decision over Liam Smith several years ago. Came in undefeated with 25 wins, no draws, no defeats, but didn't get a look in. And to be honest with you, Madrimov, with only 10, well, at the time going into that fight, he only had 9 wins with 6 stoppages and a draw, which was a technical draw against Michel Soro, Frenchman, I think he is. In fact, he's fought him twice because he stopped him in 9 rounds. It was controversial. So they had a rematch, and then there was a clash of heads, I think, and there was someone had a cut eye. I can't remember which fighter had the cut eye, but it was a technical draw after 3 rounds. So that's where the draw comes from. But you would think going in against Kurbanov that Madrimov was the one with all the fights. Not a bit of it. He'd only had 10 fights going in. Kurbanov had 25, and Kurbanov didn't get a look in. So it was a very, very good win for Madrimov. It's going to be a good payday, obviously, because Turki Alalshikh, he don't pay peanuts, does he? Let's be honest, he pays good money. But this is intriguing because to sort of branch out into American territories and possibly British territories with, Eddie Hearn and possibly Frank Warren as his 2 sidekicks, doing the heavy lifting, the promotional stuff. He's got the bottomless pockets, of course, the excellent Turkey. So I think this is, again, another very exciting development if it comes to fruition. It's only rumoured at the moment, or strong rumours. Boxing Scene, I think, did a report on it. There's been a few other people mentioning it. So it'll all come out in the wash, and normally there's no smoke without fire. And Madrimov, I mean, I'd have to make Bud a favourite in that fight. I'm not going to make a prediction now, but you would think that Bud Crawford, even though he's been inactive and even though he is getting up there in age a little bit, whereas Madrimov at 29 is, you might say, in his prime, even a Bud Crawford on 80% would be way too much for most fighters. But Madrimov is physically very strong and does hit quite hard. He doesn't have what I would call one-punch power, but he does. He smells blood and he goes in for the kill, just as he did with Kurbanov. So I think this is a pretty good matchup. And then, of course, you do have the rematch between Fundora and Tim Tszyu, which will hopefully keep the WBC and the WBO belts together. So the winner of that possibly could fight the winner of Bud and Madrimov. So I think, you know, again, you put enough money on the table, things are going to happen. And no one has got more money than the excellent Turki Alalshikh. Nice little fella. I think, you know, I mean, I would kind of object to walking around calling anyone I don't know His Excellency, but I suppose that's their culture and you have to respect that when in Rome and all that if you're over there. But whenever he's interviewed, he does seem like a nice little fella. And I love his love of boxing, his enthusiasm. He seems like a big kid, you know, with running right in the sweet shop. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Different world, isn't it? Anyway, what do you think about this? Do you think this will come off? Would you like to see this fight? I think it's a pretty good matchup. And of course, Crawford has been a little bit inactive. And don't forget, he won his first world title at lightweight. Madrimov clearly, I think, in terms of natural weight and muscle, a bigger man, bigger frame. But of course, Bud is Bud. What a brilliant fighter. But let me know if you've got any thoughts. Leave them below. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And please hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button certainly, but hit the like button as well. And support the channel. Build up the channel. Spread the word about Joe's Son of Boxing. Thanks a lot. I'll get you later. Bye for now.